Any artist from any genre that needs a stage, K-pop provides it with our Tiniest Stage. And though he's been to ARIRANG Radio before, he's never been in K-Poppin's studio. And we are honored to have him here. We have Leo in the studio. 안녕하세요. Hello.
안녕하세요. Hello.
Please introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, my name is. Where am I looking?
Right there.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Leo. Nice to be here. Yeah.
I sense a little bit of an accent.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Sydney, Australia.
Considering you're from Australia, the accent isn't as thick.
Yeah, I mean it's never really been that thick.
Really?
When I was in Australia too. I don't
Really?
know. Yeah, it's never.
Never really picked up that thick of an accent.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean maybe it's gotten a bit softer along the years, but yeah, it's never been that
Strong to begin with.
Yeah.
So if you're around for like fellow Aussies, do you think it might thicken?
Not really. I mean, I've been around a few Aussies after I came to Korea, but
Right.
it doesn't
Really?
No, I don't really get affected that much.
Okay. So Leo, it's your first time here. I know you've been on Ashley's show a few times. You were a guest there for a while as well. But it's your first time here on K-Poppin'. And one thing we do with our Tiniest Stage is we try to get to know our artists a little bit more, kind of break the ice a little bit. Sometimes a lot of our artists are very nervous because it's like their first time being on radio. So we try to, just have some fun.
Yeah.
So we have a thing called our TS Counter.
Okay.
Is it in frame? There we go. It's in frame. So our TS Counter is a speed quiz.
Okay.
And as you can see, we have 문빛, 소각. We've got 방영국, 김아름. So all these artists, next to their name, you already wrote yours too.
Yeah.
There is a time.
Right.
Sitting at number 1 is 1:04.
Okay.
The 7th ranking spot at the moment is 1:09.
Okay.
And we have a tie for 4th, 5th, and 6th at 1:08.
Very tight.
Very tight. It wasn't as tight, but as the season has progressed, it has become a very tight
Right.
time frame.
Right.
So if you get the number 1 spot and you maintain it until the end of the season, we will call you back, say congratulations, and then you can come back on the show whenever you want.
Oh.
So no promotions, no album. We don't have to wait until an album drop. You just be like, okay, I want to go.
Okay.
And then you give us a date and then you can come back.
Sounds good. Sounds great. Okay.
So the questions are not like random questions. We're actually going to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
So if you know yourself well, it will be easy.
Oh, I'm a bit nervous. I don't really know myself too well, but I'll try my best.
So it kind of comes into like MBTIs as well. I've noticed that certain MBTIs do this quiz better than some others.
Right.
We do have a few questions and you do have to answer them as fast as possible, but there is a chance for you to say pass because you might just not have an answer, or you can say 없음, or that you don't have anything.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you don't have an answer to something, you can say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
You don't have to try to come up with an answer and lie to us.
Okay. Yeah,
So
nice.
it's going to be timed and we're going to jump into it. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Let's go. Name.
Leo.
MBTI.
INTP.
INTP. Favorite color.
Black. I don't know.
Favorite food.
I like cheesecake.
Okay. Cheesecake. Season you hate.
Summer.
Summer. Okay. Bucket list for this year. Just one.
Release at least one more song.
Okay. Favorite time of the day.
Like midnight.
Okay. Most tedious thing to do.
Pass this one.
Okay, pass. All right. How long does it take you to get ready?
1 hour.
Okay, 1 hour. Bad habits.
Lazy.
Lazy. Ideal celebrity type.
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay, how do you get close to you? How does somebody
me?
get close to you?
I have no idea. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, TMI for today.
I woke up early.
Okay, you woke up early. Good.
Okay. That was very long. How long did I take? I'm so curious.
He already knows he took a long time.
I already know.
Okay, you got a minute 20.
Wow.
A minute 20.
So far off everyone else.
No, but technically, this has definitely become like an MBTI thing. I'm still gonna put it here though.
Right.
So this is definitely an MBTI thing.
Yeah.
So you're an INTP.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Are you a big MBTI person? Do you believe in the MBTI traits?
To an extent, yeah.
To an extent?
I mean, I don't believe it, but I'm really interested in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of the traits, the I, the N, the T, and the P, which one do you feel is the most accurate?
INP.
The I and the P.
Yeah.
So you're introverted and you're very spontaneous.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those two will probably never change.
Really?
No, those two will never change.
So when you do the test, your I is extremely
Yeah, it's like
intense.
90%.
It's really?
I'm really introverted, yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty intense. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. The T part is normally in Korea we have like a common question of asking like, let's say your friend said like called you up and is like, yo, I'm so upset today that I changed my hair.
Yeah.
What would your reaction be?
But I feel like I am a T, but I mean to like just people, I try to be as F as possible. You know what I mean? So like when I'm just thinking about certain things or like thinking about situations or how to like solve these problems, I'm very T.
But
when it comes to like just relationships with people,
you try to empathize with them as much as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're trained F or
Trained
F.
Yeah. I'm naturally not an F, but it's all through practice.
Right, practicing. Apparently us T's have to practice that trait.
Yeah. It doesn't come naturally.
It doesn't come naturally.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that I go back and forth from INTP to ENTP, but
really?
I've noticed that us NTPs have really hard times with this type of question.
Okay.
Like these questionnaires.
So you go back and forth from INTP to ENTP.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My I and E are always very like half and half.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that these kind of questionnaires are very hard for me.
Okay.
Because I'm like you. I'm like,
right.
How do you choose one?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have one.
Yeah.
I have a plethora of them.
Yeah.
So you took a while for a favorite color and you assumed that it would be black. So other than black, what are some other colors that you like?
This is actually a question I ask myself all the time, and I still don't have the answer for it. I don't know. I don't have a favorite color. It's just I just don't have an answer for it.
What about clothing? Because your favorite color does kind of come out in clothing subconsciously.
Right.
What kind of colors do you find yourself wearing often?
I like a lot of color actually. In like my outfits, I really like clothes that are very like vibrant and bright. But then at the same time, like some days I'll just be like all black, so it's like I don't really know myself that well. In my opinion.
So you're diverse.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
I try to be.
It's good. I think we rarely get dessert as a favorite food, but cheesecake came out.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of different types of cheesecake out there.
Yeah.
There's like the fluffy cheesecake, and then there's a really compact,
Yeah.
thick cheesecake. Yeah. Which one do you like the most?
It used to be the Basque cheesecake. But these days it's I don't know what exactly it's called. It's like just white, all white, and it's like very it's soft.
Oh.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
Okay, so you're more into like a lighter cheesecake.
These days, yeah.
These days.
Yeah.
Okay, so that changes too. Summer is your least favorite season, and I'm guessing because you hate the heat?
But I mean, I don't really hate a season. It's just I have to pick one. But I feel like every season has they all have their own
pros and cons.
Yeah, pros and cons. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But out of the four, you would say that it was your least favorite.
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay. So one more song before the year is up, which I feel is doable.
Yeah.
We're only in the 18th of July.
Yeah. Doable for sure.
Doable for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any like backup songs that you have already thinking of to release, or do we have to like hit the studio for it to actually come out?
There's songs that could be released if I wanted to, but I mean, it's good to like have a lot of options open. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna hit the studio a bit more often.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So your favorite time of day was 12 a.m. So midnight.
Yeah.
Is there a particular reason?
Well, to be more specific, I'd say like 2 a.m.
Okay.
But I couldn't really think of it at the time. So yeah.
Do you sleep at that time, or are you up at that time?
I'm up at that time. That's like when I'm most active.
Oh, you're a night owl.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So you're like at your peak at 2 a.m.
That's when I'm at
like
my
12
peak.
to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
What time do you normally sleep?
It's always different. It's always different. I'd say when I don't know. It's but yesterday I slept at like 5-6 a.m.
This morning.
Yeah, this morning.
So you got very little sleep before you came here.
Yeah, not too much, but it's all good.
Okay, because you woke up early this morning.
Yeah.
How early did you wake up?
It was like 9.
Okay,
I didn't sleep too long.
Yeah, you didn't sleep too long.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it came to the most tedious thing to do, you passed this question.
Yeah.
Do you have no things that are tedious, or
I'm not really sure like how to answer the question. It's just
like out of some people say like showering is really 귀찮아, or some people say that like doing laundry, dishes.
I'd say just probably like laundry or just stuff like that. Because I'm at home a lot, but then when I'm not at home, like if I go on like a tour or if I'm just have a lot of schedule and I come back, I'm just it's the easiest. I mean, I don't mind showering, like that's I like it, but like just cleaning up and everything, it's just I'll wait a few days and then I'll do it at once. I'm not the type of person that'll always be on their toes. It's just
So you have the chair then.
I have the chair. I have like 5.
You know what the chair is, right? Where there's clean and dirty clothes.
Yeah.
All piled up together. You have like 5 of them?
I have like 5.
Yeah.
Can't do it with one.
I think might be an MBTI trait too, because I think us NTPs don't.
For sure.
Yeah. There is organization in the chaos. I know that there is certain things under that pile.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's not just.
It's not
messy.
just right.
It's not calculating.
Exactly. It's calculated chaos.
For sure. It's all timed as well.
Right. And then you hit your point where you're just like, no, things need to be done, and then you clean everything up.
I get to the point where it's like, this is not a humane condition. then I'll go. Yeah.
Okay. We have. It takes you about an hour to get ready. Is this shower and everything included, or?
Yeah, it's everything included, but it's just a habit of mine. I'm so used to just waking up an hour early before pickup time.
Okay.
So if it's like 9 a.m. pickup, I'll always wake up at 8 a.m. But it's like I need time to like kind of wake up as well. I'm not the type of person that will just wake up and get up straight away.
I've always envied people like that are like go the minute they wake up in the morning.
But like I don't want to do that either. I want to just like kind of scroll through stuff, just watch a few videos and then get ready.
Right, just like you have to like zone out a little bit.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Just like I have to have my me time.
Exactly. That's my routine. That's my morning routine. Yeah.
I have to have my me time.
For sure.
Just like stare off into space a little bit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. You're lazy as your bad habit. And I'm guessing this kind of goes back to the clothes and
it's just
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connected. Yeah.
Okay, all connected. So with an ideal celebrity, now this question, it does come as it's really hard for our personalities,
right?
Because it's really hard to choose just one. But I like to help our guests if they don't really have a celebrity that they've always thought, oh wow, that's like my ideal type.
Right.
I've brought it to like if you've ever watched a film or like a drama and you saw a character, and it's not necessarily that actress or the actor that was character. It's just that character was like so your ideal type. Did you ever have one?
For sure I would have. I don't know, I can't really think of one right now, but I recall like just watching movies and TV shows and thinking like, wow. But I can't think of one.
It's not at the front head of your mind at the moment.
Yeah, I want to think of one, but it's just it doesn't really come to me right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't know how people can get close to you. So if I was to meet you for a very first time at like, a very casual dinner or whatnot, what would I be able to do to grab your attention? What kind of topics do I need to talk about? Do I have to have a certain type of energy? Do I have to be a certain personality? How can I get to know you?
I feel like this kind of ties in with the MBTI thing. I feel like obviously it wouldn't apply to everyone, but I feel like a vast majority of INTPs, they kind of feel like so I have to like the person first.
Okay.
In order for them to in order for us to have a connection. I don't really know the reason why, and I don't really know what the what the standard is. It's just I'll see someone and it'll just click. You know, I feel like okay, I feel like I can vibe with this person.
Okay.
But it's very rare for someone to come to me and I don't know. I feel like the majority of the cases I have to kind of see the vision first.
Oh.
I don't know why. I'm not a very sociable person, so yeah. And I don't really talk to people first. I kind of wait for them to come to me. So
right.
Just,
so for future reference, everybody, if you want to get to know Leo first, we have to approach him, but he also has to enjoy our vibe. So let's make sure that we're giving off some positive vibes so that he can actually enjoy us approaching him.
But you know, I'm not. I mean, I try to be as friendly as possible.
Right,
you know,
right.
I don't want to give off the wrong impression.
No. It's just like, you know, to get close with him.
Yeah.
To get close with him, we got to give off a good vibe.
But even my friends struggle to even my
What have your friends say to you to like what have been the complaints?
It's always every time what the thing I hear the most is, what do we have to do to meet you to get to see you?
Oh, so you're a homebody.
I'm never
you don't leave the house.
And yeah, if I don't have schedules, I'm usually at home and I'm like, I'm working on music, so I'm like, I don't have time today. And so every time it's like, I'm always getting complaints like, when do you ever leave the house? So even my own friends struggle with that. So
well, I mean, there's always ways around that.
Yeah.
You know, they can, if they're really wanting to see you, they can just come to see you while you're working on music and hang out there.
But then I wouldn't let them in. I'd be like, I'm working on music right now. And they know. So they never dare to come.
They know not to touch you when you're working on music.
Yeah. I'm just a bad friend, but I try my best. Whenever I meet them, I try to, give them my best. But
no. Is there anything because certain people have pet peeves or things that can turn off a vibe. So if you meet somebody, you're at like a social event, what would be something that would turn you off? Like you would definitely, even if that person talked to you, you'd be just like, haha, you'd be like your most polite self, but that would be like just the end of it. What would turn you off?
I have a lot.
Most INTPs do. So what are some of the lists?
I feel like one thing for me is, without sounding too negative, I'd prefer someone who isn't too like full of themselves. Right. Cocky. And also people who kind of value relationships and status over everything else. So, I'm close with this guy, I'm close with this guy.
Name dropping.
Yeah, I don't think it's really cool. I don't think it's that cool, I feel like I just prefer to see the person as themselves, and I wish the people would just value themselves as a person rather than who they're close with or like all that stuff. I feel like it's so unnecessary. Right. So just all the flashy stuff, it's just, we don't need that.
Which unfortunately you would see a lot in this business when you meet people. They think that it's a way to butter up to you.
That's why I don't like meeting people like, in like, you know what I mean? Just getting, because it's very, I don't know, but whatever.
Well, it is discouraging, but I feel that most people would not like that, but I feel that we're not really that vocal about it either. Yeah. What we're going to do is we do need to talk about some music as you are here, because we can just talk about these random things all day, which would be fine, but we still need to have a job to do. Yeah. So Come Closer is your most recent track. So tell us a little bit about the song before we actually take a listen to it.
So Come Closer is a song that is about, just, I guess it's very self-explanatory, just wanting this person in mind to come closer and trying to get to know this person. That's kind of what this whole EP is about. It's just about seeing someone at first sight, kind of wanting their attention. And that's kind of what this whole thing is about. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So we have the very talented Leo in the studio for today for our Tiniest Stage, and we're having a blast. So you were talking about how for Come Closer, the whole EP, the concept is being like, you are falling for somebody and you want them to come closer, very self-explanatory. Yeah. So I have a question. Okay. Do you tend to think that somebody can fall in love or fall for somebody at first sight?
Yeah. Oh. I feel like 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think yourself more of a romantic then? When it comes to like relationships or just thinking of relationships, even though you're not in one, like if you think of, certain people, when they watch a movie, they're like, oh yeah, that's totally doable. That's like fade and everything, like being romantic. Do you feel that you are in that category?
I'm not. I feel like I'm someone who love isn't really at the top of the priority.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like other stuff, whether that be my goals, fulfilling my goals, or just like my career, I think is way more ahead of just love in general. So I don't really care, but at the same time, if we're just talking about like watching movies or just thinking about the concept in general, I'd say I'd say I'm a bit more on the romantic side.
Okay.
Just in theory, yeah.
Okay. Spoken like a true N. Spoken like a true N.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been raining. We were actually just talking about the rain during the song break. Certain people thrive when it's rainy season because they love it when it's raining, regardless of like it being humid and stuff like that in Korea.
Right.
Do you like the rain?
No, I don't really see how that's possible. I'm not gonna lie. I just how
you had to have seen his eyes as soon as I said that. You could totally see the distraught in his eyes. Like, what?
how is that possible?
How is that possible?
Are you guys real?
Well, I've seen people physically move to more rainy areas because they like the rain.
Wow, that's very
So, do you think the weather affects your mood?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
When do you thrive then?
I thrive when the weather's good. So like when I'm talking like April, May type weather.
April, May, so like it's cool breeze, sun is shining. It's like warm but not too warm.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it. Like right now, I'm not sure you guys can see it, but yeah.
Okay. So we have a question that's coming in through our YouTube live stream at the moment. Aaron is asking if Leo had to go back in time and begin his music journey again with only one of his songs, which song would he begin again with and why?
I mean, I only have 4 songs out right now because it hasn't been that long since I've debuted. But I'd say if I have to pick one, I wouldn't change the One Look song. That was my first song. Yeah, I'd probably stick with that.
You probably stick with it?
Yeah.
Okay. So bringing this question into actually going back to, how did you start music?
I mean, it goes back a long time. I've always wanted to do music.
Okay.
Just ever since I was like born, basically. But it was just a matter of what type of music am I going to do.
Okay.
So there was a period where I was really interested in rock music, and I just wanted to be in a band. And then there was another period where I wanted to just produce music.
Okay.
I wanted to be behind the scenes.
Right.
But I think I got to the stage. I was probably about 15, 16. That's when I was like, I want to be at the front. And that's when I think K-pop started kind of catching waves. Internationally.
Okay.
And that's when I kind of caught onto it. I don't really know K-pop at the time, but I caught onto that, and I was like, okay, this probably might be the right timing to just go to Korea and pursue a music career. So yeah.
How did that happen? Because I did the same thing. I jumped on a plane to come to Korea to do music, but
right.
There's a lot of different ways that happens. Some people audition, some people just come, some people have family here and they just move. How did that move end up happening?
So there was this competition, I guess, where it was just like it was held by a company, an entertainment company, where they had this contest. I don't know, and it was I wanted to. I don't know. My goal was to just go there and win first place.
Right.
And so my plan was, if I don't win first place, I'm not going to do music.
Oh.
Simple as that. Because I was at an age where I had to really just focus on studying.
Right.
I was like 15, 16 at the time. I really had to lock in. But so I was like, this is my first and last chance. I'm going to go to Korea, and if I don't make it, then it's just not for me. But so I had that thought in mind. I went to Korea. I didn't win the thing, but the company picked me up and said, we want you here. So that's how it started, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So another question was coming in. Zara's asking if you ever wish that you got into music through a different route. So you just told us about, being a part of a contest and staying behind afterwards and, being casted and whatnot. If you could go back and choose a different route, would you choose a different route?
What would a different route be?
Oh, well, I mean, we have musicians now that just are like self-produced, since like they're like kind of influencers. Well, they just post their music on SoundCloud. That could be a route, or staying in Australia and looking for stuff there. Joining another company.
I mean, I'm very satisfied with how it is now, and every single step along the way has kind of made the situation now and kind of made who I am now. And not like I don't really regret anything, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chokin, this is definitely an MBTI thing, I feel, because the more he says stuff, the more I'm looking at a mirror.
It's true. Like
it is true, because I am the type of person too that I really don't like regretting stuff, so I will rather.
No point.
Right, it's already in the past, and so there's kind of no point of dwelling on it in any way. But wow, there's another question that came in. So when you joined the company, were you a trainee in that particular company for a while?
Yeah. So I was a trainee player for about nearly 4 years.
Nearly 4 years. Oh, that was a long time.
Yeah.
Are you still in contact with the people you trained with?
Yeah. I mean, we're not always like texting and stuff, but it's just like, every time they put a song out, or every time they kind of, what do I say? They do promotions. I'll text them and say, I'm listening to the song. Kind of that type of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so you're a good IG friend where you go around and just like putting a lot of likes and like.
Yeah, I try to. I mean, that's like the most I can do.
Right, it shows support.
Yeah, and there's other friends who are still training as well. So
right.
I don't want to distract them too much. I'm just waiting for them to finally like debut and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. In your, you say that you like to make music a lot and whatnot. So I always ask this to our artists who are more of the producing side, and they do other music. There's a lot of different types of producers.
Yeah.
So when it comes to singer-songwriters, the way they work is very different. We have our like 9-to-5ers where they have to go to work and they treat it like a 9-to-5 job, where they just sit in front of their computer and then work. They force themselves to work. Whereas other people are just, I need to be inspired to do stuff, and so they won't do anything until they're inspired. There's other people who will just like out of habit wake up in the morning, turn on their computer because they're probably have like their own little system in their room or in their house, and they'll just kind of start their morning by listening to music or doing whatever. It's kind of just like a habit. So how would you explain or describe your working process?
I think I'm very just spontaneous.
Okay.
Along with everything else, music included. Just I won't really wake up and say I'm gonna make music. It would just be like I'll just go about my day. But most days I do make music. But it's not a necessity.
Okay.
I have to feel the need to.
Okay. So even though you pretty much find yourself in the studio like almost every day, it's not like you're pressuring yourself like to push out songs.
Because I've tried that route. Especially when I was a trainee, I had to be in the studio all the time, and I had to, there was a set time where I had to be in the training room, and I was like, I had to be there from like 9 to 5 or whatever, and I tried that for like 4 years, and it just didn't work for me. And the struggle I had when I was a trainee was I wanted to make a lot of good music, but it just wasn't happening because of I guess the system and just the routine, like the environment. It just didn't really suit me. So, I feel like I tried that route, and I know that it doesn't work for me. So now it's just like I have to kind of be in the mood, and it's so much better now because
you're more inspired.
Yeah.
So where do you get a lot of your inspiration? Because I know that for some people, they're more top liners. So they'll think of a melody first.
Yeah.
Some people, they love listening to people's stories, and then like they might write down ideas or quotes or lyrics first. Some people get like chord renditions in their head, and then they'll start, like sitting down to an instrument. So how do you get inspired?
So I'm a bit of a thinker, so I always have thoughts in my head just running through, and whether that's looking through contents and like just looking through various like media and just kind of gaining a thought.
Okay.
And I always jot them down. Other than that, I'll always just be thinking of something as a random topic, and I'll just be lying down and just be thinking of something. I'll be like, yo, why is this happening? Or like, what's like, you know what I mean? I'll always have an idea about something, so I'll always be writing something down. And then when I'm working on music, I'm more of a top liner first.
Okay.
I'll just think of a melody, and then whatever. I'll just go through the ideas I had, and whatever suits the melody, I'll probably just put them together. And that's usually how I work.
Okay. This is something that I've noticed with certain artists and their MBTIs is if you're a P and you're a very indecisive P, we fall down a rabbit hole while making lyrics. So what happens is you will start doing a song, and then there's like it'll end with a certain vowel, like an ah or an e or an oo, and you're like, no, that doesn't sound right. And then you start spinning down this rabbit hole of trying to find, like, change the word about it or something to rhyme better with it. Do you find yourself doing that?
To be honest, I feel like, not trying to brag, but I feel like that kind of comes a bit naturally to me. So like I'll know what sounds good on what spot. I don't have a problem with that aspect.
Okay.
I'll have a problem more with the substance. So I don't have a problem with like the sounds of the song or like the sonically or just like the vowels or
like vibratos or like how you breathe here. Like that really doesn't.
No, it just comes like as I'm writing, it will just come naturally. But I think what words I want to say or like how I want to kind of put this story down. I feel like that's the hard part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you said it earlier with like the whole concept of the EP is this.
Yeah.
I know that there's certain artists that love their songs to be listened to in a certain order.
Yeah.
Are you that kind of artist?
For sure.
Wow. So from now on, when you release future albums, would you probably be putting those albums in order for us to listen to, or could we listen to them on shuffle and it would be okay?
I feel like as of now, every project I'll put out right as of now would be just in order.
Okay.
That's how I would intend it. But it's not always the case. I might just put out a project where it'll be like, that's not the intention. My intention will be to just catch a vibe in the album. And so it wouldn't matter if you shuffled it. But,
okay. But for the most part, you like things, you're telling a story from start to finish.
That's my aim at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I realize that a lot of artists, when they put an album together, they're very specific about the order, and we have to listen to it from like start to finish to get the whole story.
I mean, that's the beauty of it, I guess.
Right.
It's very aesthetically pleasing as well.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And you put a lot of thought into like which genre it's going to be, which sound it's going to be, which song goes first. So there's obviously a reason behind
100%,
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, our Tiniest Stage cannot go on without actually listening to him sing for us a little bit.
Yeah.
And so you do have Farewell ready for us.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about the song before you actually sing it for us?
Yeah. Farewell is a song that was written by B.I. He's a very talented writer and singer himself. So he played me the song once, and I remember just hearing the lyrics, and I was like, I relate to this so much. It kind of took me back to about like 1 or 2 years ago, just when I left my last company, and I resonated with the lyrics so well. So I was like, this kind of feels like my song. So that's how it became mine, and it's a song about just reminiscing. You don't really want to go back necessarily, but it's it kind of brings a tear to your eye sometimes. It's that vibe. Yeah.
Okay. Well, normally I would translate for the song to give you some time to like get ready for the live performance to like clear your throat and everything.
Right.
But since you already said that in English, I'll still give you time to prep for the live.
I mean, I don't really have anything to prep. It's just I have a really bad cold, so I don't really know how this is gonna go.
It's gonna be fine. Since he says he doesn't need time, I'm just gonna help you guys anyways. Leo's in the studio. He's gonna sing Farewell for us, and this is definitely gonna be a treat indeed. Are you ready?
I'll try my best. Yeah.
All right, music cue.
어김없이 찾아오는 어쩔 수 없는 허전함에 미래를 모른 채 웃고 있는 우리 사진을 꺼내보네. 다시 돌아가고 싶은 마음은 없지만 우리가 지난 모든 장면들이 다 떠올릴수록 참 따뜻해서 마음만 움켜쥔 채로 애써 눈을 감는다. It hurt because it mattered. 가진 전부를 건네던 그때의 우린 그리움이 되어 흩날리는 꽃 Beautiful farewell. 추억은 우릴 배회했고 아프지 말랐던 그 약속은 결국 지키지 못했지. Beautiful farewell. 나의 일부를 떼어내고 이별과 잊음은 다른 의미란 걸 그제야 알았지. 가까웠던 너와 난 이제 막연한 그 언저리에 서 있나. 안부를 묻기도 조심스러운 사이가 되어 How did we end up in 마음 패여. It hurt because it mattered. 가진 전부를 건네던 그때의 우린 그리움이 되어 흩날리는 꽃 Beautiful farewell. 추억은 우릴 배회했고 아프지 말랐던 그 약속은 결국 지키지 못했지. Beautiful farewell. 나의 일부를 떼어내고 이별과 잊음은 다른 의미란 걸 그제야 알았지. My love, my love.
Yo, bravo.
Oh my God.
No, honestly, Aaron said it perfectly. Excuse me, sir. You said that you had a cold. I didn't realize that there was a cold in there at all.
Oh man. I mean, I'm very like. I mean, I bet the people who know like see my performances will know it. But yeah,
No, everybody says that you're doing great. You nailed it. We've got tons of hearts and claps going through. So we have Leo in the studio today, and we have a lot of questions coming in. So you're recently on a tour.
Yeah.
Your favorite part of the tour? I know that it's going to be super hard to choose just one part, but
Yeah.
there was a favorite moment during your tour.
I mean, recently it finished, but I think just looking back, I guess just getting a lot of experience, just performance wise, and it could be a lot. Just everything is experience
Right.
on this tour, and that's what I loved about this, because everything from just the little rides in the car, just the trip from the airport to the hotel to the venue, or just the waiting time in the venue, just the performance, just meeting the fans there. Everything was so valuable, the experience. So I loved everything about the tour. Yeah.
Okay. Which language do you feel more comfortable speaking, Korean or English?
I mean, it depends. I feel like either language is fine. It depends on what language I'm speaking more in. So right now I just got in my English bag, so I'm comfortable in English right now.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
It depends.
So Jun's asking a really great question, and I was actually going to ask you this too. You tend to be doing, in my personal opinion, like whenever I think of your music, it has just like you.
Yeah.
Like the only genre that I can explain it as is just like Leo.
Right.
Which I'm really, really enjoying.
Thank you.
Is there a genre that you would love to try in the future? Like in your musical career, before you call it quits, like
Yeah.
I would love to do this kind of a song and officially release it.
There's this big goal of mine, I think, before it all ends. Just right now, I think a lot of the music I'm putting out is a little bit more on the commercial side. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just if I have a goal in mind, it would probably just to be a bit more, just explore a bit more.
Okay.
And just to be a bit more bold.
Okay.
Yeah.
With different genres, different styles.
Yeah, just mix things up a bit.
Okay.
Just try things that you wouldn't normally do. Yeah.
So with Farewell, we just listened to, you did say that B.I. was writing the track, which he very sweetly gifted to you.
Yeah.
Did he direct the recording?
Yeah. I asked him to, because I recorded it once, and it just, I don't know, I don't really like the original recording that I did.
That you did.
Yeah,
so you did it on your own, and then you just didn't really enjoy.
Because
outcome?
our styles are very different. I
Right.
think his styles are very, just very, I don't know how to say. It's very like Korean, and I'm a bit more on like the I don't know, just the pop side. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. So it's music styles very different, and I'm singing the song he wrote.
Right.
So I felt like it wasn't really getting expressed that well.
Okay.
So I was like, we're gonna have to put this out, but I'm gonna need to get the best out of myself. So can you just direct this for me? Because you'd know best. So I asked him. Yeah.
What was that like? Because I know that for a lot of singer-songwriters that I interview, some of the singer-songwriters that I work with, they are so used to working by themselves and recording by themselves. When somebody sits in the directing seat, they have a little bit of like,
it's a bit awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward. And they don't know how to, like, they don't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
Where there's other people who are very comfortable going back and forth. So what was it like for you to have somebody else direct you in the studio?
I think, but thanks to my trainee days, I'm so used to having people
Tell you what to do,
and like, it's not a bad thing. It's just
right.
That's how entertainment is.
Right.
So I'm very used to that, and like I said, I guess it's thanks to my trainee days, I have a lot of experience just doing various stuff and recording and stuff like that. None of it's really new to me. So
okay, so it wasn't
it's nice.
too extravagant for you.
No. It was very chill, and B.I. he's very chill as well. It was nothing major. Yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't like Dashi.
Uh,
He's not the type.
No, it's just like, oh, this is good. Let's just try this. Like, let's do this, but let's do this part, and let's move on. It's just very, very smooth. Yeah.
When you record your own stuff by yourself, when do you stop? Because I feel that for Peeves, this is also a very hard thing to do too, to know when it's good enough, because we know that there can be so many different, because a lot of times there's no wrong answer when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
So how do you stop yourself? I think like the creative process is like that too. It's like you can add more chords, you can add more strings, you can add more bass, you can add more kick, you can add more of this, but like where do you stop? You know what I mean?
I think that's the hard part, because like you said, there's no real like standard, or there's no real right answer.
Right.
It's kind of like instinct. So I'll just be like, I'm the type that if I really get in the mood, I'll just keep going, and I won't really notice anything around me. So I'll just keep doing it. Then I'll be like, oh, okay. I think this will be enough. Or no, I need to finish this in order to call it quits for today. It's very instinctive. I don't really think about it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, my body knows.
Okay, so when you listen to your body when you need to call it quits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually there's a right reason for it. Yeah.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. There's usually a reason your body is telling you to stop.
Exactly.
That's actually, that should go on like a coffee mug. Do you have a dream collaboration? So if any artist in the world, dead or alive, Korean or overseas, if you got a chance to work with them, who would it be?
I'd say the number one person I'd always say, because it's a dream, I'd probably say Pharrell.
Pharrell.
Yeah.
Now, I always ask this when our artists say an artist.
Yeah.
Would you want, because Pharrell has a very specific style that he can do. Would you rather adapt his style and just kind of feature on his track, or would you love to have Pharrell on your music? Like, you bring him into your world.
I would want to bring him into my world.
Wow.
Because
That's
I feel
exciting.
because I feel like he's a very adaptable person, and the reason I respect him is because he has such a he has his own, distinct sound. But then you can see him now, like even with the age he is now and the experience he has, he's working with very relatively new artists,
Right.
and he's helping to craft their sound.
Right.
So I feel like it would be a really even if he was matching me, he'd still put his own flavor to it. So,
right.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
And it would help you grow as well. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
It would be a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Leo, we are actually coming to the end of the interview.
Oh, such a shame.
Right, the hour went by way fast.
Yeah, that was
Normally,
quick.
when we speak only English, it doesn't seem to go by as fast.
Right.
But today, you made it feel like it was going by super quickly. Before we go, I do need to ask you, how was the show today? Oh, this sounds so awkward asking this in English. 오늘 어땠어요?
오늘 너무 재밌었어요. 제가 사실 말하는 걸 되게 좋아해요. 그러니까
You're good at it.
I mean, I said I'm not very sociable, but I like talking.
You're very good at it.
Oh no.
You're very good at it.
Thanks to you, yeah.
No, very good at it. We had a blast with you in the studio for today as well. Please do join us again.
I would love to, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
The listeners are asking for some more music, so please do release at least one more song before the year is up, and we will come back.
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
100%.
So as we say goodbye for today, we do have Leo's track. BA is featured on it with Pretty Please do come back.
I will. Don't you worry.
So that's the good music track we listened to today, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.